Hello, everyone, and welcome to our panel. I'm joining you virtually from British Columbia, Canada. I am a professor in electrical and computer engineering, and I am the chair of the University Academic Women Caucus in my university. So I will start by adding a bit of context to this panel. This might be the first Women in Pattern Recognition event that you attend, but our gatherings have started a lot earlier. About 8 years ago, in 2016, with a lunch event in Cancun, Mexico. And then we continued with a similar event at ICPR 2018 in Beijing, in China. And then we felt that there is a need in our community for a more structured conversation. So we organized the first online panel because those were pandemic times in January 2021 in conjunction with ICPR 2020. Our first in-person panel happened in Montreal, Canada at ICPR 2022. So we have a long history of community building efforts for supporting women in pattern recognition. Community building is also about sharing stories and collecting them. So I invite you to read or just browse through the collection of beautiful short stories published in our IAPR newsletter. So today, our panel will be talking about resilience, assertiveness, and allyship, and more importantly, why they matter to our community. So without necessarily defining these terms, let's reflect a bit on them. So I found this quote very insightful about resilience, and I thought I would share it with you. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from some sort of life disruption or change, typically something that is undesirable, like losing a job or a loved one. At its heart, it is the ability to grow and to learn from a life disruption. In this way, resilience transforms us. So rather than bouncing back, which implies going back to the way things were, I like to think of resilience as the ability to bounce up. There is a Latin phrase for this, per ardua surgo, which means essentially I rise through adversity. And my personal take on resilience is that we need to be resilient not just in major life disruption events. Those are the moments when we need to be most resilient. But we can practice with small setbacks, small failures, a paper that hasn't been accepted, a grant proposal that hasn't been accepted, a promotion that you didn't get this year, but you will get it next year if you address why you didn't get it. So we always have plenty of opportunities to practice and to strengthen our resilience muscles to bounce up, as this quote says. Assertiveness. That's about taking action, about speaking up for yourself, advocating for your peers and for underrepresented voices, cultivating self-confidence. It is correlated with being proactive in your career, in your mentoring activities, etc. And there is no surprise, there are gender differences in assertiveness. And those gender differences are most obvious in communication styles, how we express our ideas, how we participate in dialogues, in meetings, our body language. Again, I found a quote from the medical education field, which I think is very helpful for us as well. As As a student in courses at the Harvard School of Public Health, I repeated noticed students, and especially women, using phrases like, sorry to interrupt, or maybe I missed this, before asking a question, says lead author Sarah J. Kramer, investigator in the Department of Medicine at MGH. This led our team to ask ourselves whether men and women assert themselves differently in academic classrooms, including both how often they speak and how they express themselves. And the last one is allyship. We can find allies in both women and men, and allyship goes beyond being a good colleague. On a daily basis, interpersonal support is crucial for our professional well-being. So, interpersonal support as an allyship strategy is more individually oriented. It is about dyadic interactions and enables understanding of the experiences of specific women as they navigate a male-dominated space. Our spaces are very male-dominated, so being allies to each other and building our tribe with both men and women allies is really essential. So this is the end of my introduction. I hope you will really enjoy this panel. We have a panel of wonderful people, and I hope that you will have a lot of fun with this panel. Bye from British Columbia.